Try a normal call. Good evening and thanks for joining us, Comrade Franklin. A song.
Good evening. Good to be with you this evening.
Thank you. I sincerely apologize. I knew you had to cancel the meeting just to be with us, but we couldn't connect to you. I had to take your permission to call via WhatsApp. Thank you for joining us once again.
My pleasure.
Okay. It's just a question I'd like to ask. As someone who has been on ground and has monitored elections and has been part of it for a long time, what do you think is a major driver of voter apathy amongst Akwa Ibom youths? Let's just nip it or curb these before the 2027 elections.
The major, first you must understand what is voter apathy. Voter apathy is low turnout of voters during the election. And the major cause of it is lack of trust of the voter on the leaders or political class. The low level of performance, the cause of the insecurity also influence it, poverty. So you will see on the day of election, people will go to sell markets. Some will go and be hawking their, their coconuts and the rest of it. They don't even care about voting. And then when the vote don't even count, you vote for Mr. A and tomorrow Mr. B is announced. Or you vote for Mr. A is announced, the Supreme Court will go and upturn and bring Mr. C. So you see that the voter will now say, of what use is my vote? So those are the reasons. And violence, electoral violence. On the day of election, you will see people being named by political talks. If you watch what happened in 2023 election, I think in Lagos State, a lady who left her office and went to go and vote, returned back with a plaster on her face.
Yeah, one eye.
You saw that picture. Yeah, one eye. She almost lost her eye because of election. So tell me that next time that lady or the husband will allow her to go back to go and vote. Vote buying also. Last time we discussed about vote selling. Vote buying also contributes to voter apathy. People who the money bags, the political money bags will just take money and go and monetize the political system, the electoral system, and then that will discourage genuine voters to go out and vote. They will say, of what use will I waste my time? And you saw what happened during the 2023 elections, that there was no, we had current scarcity of funds.
Yeah, the cash crunch.
Petrol scarcity as well. And to get fuel or lack of funds to pay their way to polling units. Now we are having issue of the global challenge caused by the war between U.S.
Middle East crisis
against Iran, and that has brought in inflation and brought in high cost of petrol. So you can see that if this continues and it gets to election, it will be difficult for someone to put fuel in his car just to go and vote. Today I bought fuel about 40,000 naira. It didn't take me from here to Eket. So you can imagine someone who will want to waste his money to buy fuel just to go and vote. So all this contributes to voter apathy. And the only way you can nip this in the bud is to continue to encourage the political class to be productive and perform in their offices. They should be able to bring good governance. They should be able, the INEC should engage in more civic education. What you are doing should be done by INEC. It's part of INEC's duty to create awareness of the citizens. And then the media is also doing it. The CSOs are also doing it. The political class should also do it. So this will also increase the number of voters at the polling units. And then the security should improve. At the polling unit, there should be a lot of security on ground to secure the life of voters and would-be voters. Then youth engagement. The youth should be engaged in the process you don't sideline or cut off the youth, the women, and the elderly. Everyone should be engaged in all of this. Transparency and accountability of our leaders will also help us in encouraging voters during the time of elections. So these issues, when they are addressed, it will go a long way to nib the voter apathy that we've been having in this country in the board.
All right, thank you so much. So, as a parting shot, what's your advice to our Akwa Ibom youth? I know we'd still be having this conversation about voter apathy. It's not just a one-off. But what's your advice? What's your word for Akwa Ibom youths come 2027?
2027 is going to be a defining moment that will, shape a lot of things. My advice to Akwa Ibom youth and residents of Akwa Ibom is that they should go get their voters card first of all. If they have not registered, I think they should register and get their voters card, and then they should see election. Election is the only way you can enthrone a leader. You cannot stay out, and then when bad leaders emerge and make bad policies, you begin to protest, you begin to shout. You need to be involved. So the youth should be ready to involve in the voting process and police their vote, so that their vote will count. The Electoral Act, as amended, has made it part of the condition that the presiding officer of every polling unit of INEC presiding officer should transmit results electronically to the INEC result viewing portal, IREV. And so it is the duty of the voter, after you finish voting, you stand there and insist that INEC presiding officer transmit the result. Whether there is network or not, they should transmit it. When there is network, the result will drop. And then the form EC, the form is signed by all, EC8 is signed by all the party agents, and then they will have a copy of it, paste it on the polling unit there for everyone to see. When that is done, you will see that it will also help in checkmating the excesses of our political leaders. And then they should stop selling their vote. They should not sell their vote. They should ensure that they don't sell their vote. Politicians will come with money. They will come with rice and wrapper and all of those things for our elderly and the rest. Shun them. Insist that you have to go and vote. And when you vote, your vote is counted. Hold your leaders accountable. They should be transparent in their offices and accountable to you. You are their employer. You are employing them. They are your servant. When you know that you are their leader, that they are your servant, you will be able to hold